In the information age, public libraries might look, to the unfamiliar, as bordering on obsolete. With seemingly the world's information available on the internet, the image of a reference book or physical encyclopedia might as well look like an iteration of the first wheel. For many of us, libraries exist in the back of our lives. We've heard that having fun isn't hard when you've got a library card. But in the era of privatization and digitization, many of us probably interact more with our Amazon storefronts and Kindles. While best known for lending books and being the only place in the city where you can use the bathroom without buying something, the library is a community resource space that boasts many amenities for cardholders. As far as members-only clubs go, the price is unbeatable. Free via your taxes. The library is budget-friendly, sustainable, hello borrowed books, and very cool in that what's old is new sort of way that seems popular with Gen Z. That's Gen Z for the Americans out there. If you're obsessed with 90s culture, go to your local library and sit at their $19.99 desktop PC. In certain towns, they might even have a fax machine. It will all feel very Dawson's Creek. The library is not without its struggle or bad branding, though. It's front lines to the dreaded banned book debate, and the mascot is an older woman who shushes you. In many, there are large sections where you have to be quiet, which may be discrimination against yappers. But it remains, pound for pound, the most entertaining use of your tax dollars. Libraries in major cities have, yes, e-readers and digital book libraries, and you can even use your phone. Shout out Libby. They also have their own DVD rentals and streaming services for music, film, and TV. They have printers, regular, and 3D. They have DIY spaces, maker studios, podcasting equipment. They have meeting rooms. That's right, the library was the very first WeWork, except it's not a scam, startup. While the library doesn't have angel investors or a seedy founder, it does have Google Office level amenities. You can rent passes to state and national parks and accompanying hiking gear, borrow musical instruments, and even attend an annual teddy bear picnic. And those are just the fun things. Alongside the rapid defunding of public services, the library has evolved, despite slashed budgets, into a much-needed resource center that covers an expanding list of social issues. Libraries have evolved into full-scale community centers, often doing the jobs of multiple government departments. With never-ending digital loops of AI-riddled search pages and government resource websites that haven't been updated since the dot-com boom, sometimes you need to speak to a person, and often, that person is at the library. The library is also the perfect example of a much-debated topic in urbanist circles, the third space, a space available to all that isn't home, work, or school. The disappearance of in-person third spaces has been linked to social ills like the loneliness epidemic or the common inability to make an appointment over the phone. A library is a community hub and, importantly, a physical space that you can visit in person. Because it's publicly funded, the library can use its budget for fun things like movie nights and visits from therapy dogs. They can hold culturally important events like local language classes or, as in the case of some rural Alaskan libraries, fur sewing and cussbook making. They can also provide important secondary services like being a cooling center during a heat wave or a Wi-Fi hotspot. The library can make financial choices without being beholden to private company interests or shareholders. If libraries were invented today, they'd probably be private companies and we'd all have a library membership like it was an Equinox or more likely a Planet Fitness. It's the sort of socialized utility that is rare in American culture, which is why you often hear it couldn't be done today. Without proper protection and care, the library, left defenseless, might become just that, a community good chopped up and sold for parts to the highest bidder. Which is why using the library is so important. When we refuse the allure of minimalist Art Deco WeWork and decide instead to use a library conference room, we're doing an act of social good. We are turning away from a startup culture that wants us to rent things from them that are available to us for free through initiatives like the library. As we realize that the digital age may have taken more from us than it gave back, physical meeting spaces are more important than ever. Going in person, talking with a human being at a reference desk who, by the way, needs a master's in library sciences, And utilizing services made free to us through our tax dollars is an experience that can help us relearn how IRL communities work. As the community hubs available to us become increasingly like Starbucks and strip malls, the library stands alone as a beacon of free service, and we can show our local governments that libraries matter to us by utilizing them. Who knew that checking out the latest fairy smut could count as a radical act of volunteerism? Just don't forget to bring your library card. Thanks for watching. If you just can't get enough I Love the City, then you're in luck. The next episode is already available right now on Nebula. Nebula is the subscription streaming service that's owned by creators, and so it's designed to be great for creators and their fans. That's you. Think of it like Netflix, but for people who love trains. Signing up to Nebula is the best way to support this channel, and if you're not already a subscriber, you can sign up right now for 40% off by going to go.nebula.tv/ILoveTheCity.